Hiya folks, and welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, been a rough couple of weeks actually, weather-wise. We've had lots and lots of rain. All the rivers are in flood, way up over the banks, chocolate coloured and pretty much unfishable. The local ponds I fish tend to be fed by little streams or runoff from the estates, so they're all brown and pretty much unfishable as well. So I've come down here to this little backwater here. I fished here some years ago actually. And normally it's that deep, sort of 18 inches deep, sort of, 45 centimetres. Don't know what it is today. I came down and had a look at it yesterday because I went down to the rivers, as I say, and they were just unfishable. So I came down here, and this is connected to the main river down a few kilometres that way. But this is actually going through at quite a reasonable speed. It's supposed to be going that way, but you know, it's just a tidal thing. But obviously the floodwaters bringing it this way. Now, I'm going to sit right down there on that bank, and normally I'd be sitting on another bank which is below it. So I know it's more than 18 inches deep. I just don't know exactly how deep it is. But the theory is that the carp that I'm going to be catching, hopefully, have moved out of the main river because of all the flow problems and the muck and suspended silt into this. I don't know if they have or not, but I haven't got anywhere else to fish, so I'm going to fish here. The problem I've got is that getting down here, it may not look all that steep to you on the camera, I don't know. Sometimes the camera makes it look different, but I literally, when I came down here yesterday, I had to try and get back up from here with just my shoes on. It was a little bit damp and I was slipping, so I had to sort of make like an antelope as far as you can when you're best part of 70. So I've got this rope today to keep me in check and let me get down there. There's loads of rocks down there and there's actually an outfall there, but hopefully that won't open up today. So I've had to come down literally with the barest of essentials. And that is one feeder rod, the very lightweight little box that I made, the wooden one, and a couple of side trays. I'll show you a bit more about it later on, but I'm just going to get all my stuff now and we're going to see about getting down there and getting ready. Anyway, back in a minute. I must be mad. This is the lightweight box, which means I can actually put it on. Couldn't do this with the main box. And I hope I'm not damaging this microphone as I'm speaking. Right, let's see if we can get down there. Just give it a quick test. My Boy Scout knot. Well, this is so much easier than yesterday. Not sure what getting back up is going to be like. Now I've got rocks here. Got to watch out for snakes and other critters as well. Right. Okay, it does go flatter here. And I have tamped a bit of grass down from yesterday so I could see what I was doing. Let's see if we can get this off. And we're going to be sitting. You can probably see this isn't the best thing. Just go back a bit maybe. Right. Whew. Whew. Well, that was hard work. Still sweating, as you can see. Just coming into autumn here in Oz now. So anyway, I got myself set up. All I've got is some sweet corn for feeding with the ground bait there. That's just some leftover ground bait from the previous session. I've got some more sweet corn for the hook. And that's it basically. I'm definitely travelling light. I have no idea if I'm going to catch anything or not. I mean, it's still chocolate and the flow will get stronger because as we go through excuse me, as we go through the tide's going to have an effect as well. But anyway, I think first of all let's just have a look at what we got. I'm using the Nytro 11-foot commercial carp feeder rod, which I did the review on some weeks ago now. I'll stick a link up above if you want to see that. Good rod, but it's a commercial carp feeder, not a backwater on a tidal river feeder, so I have no idea how well it's going to go. If we catch anything, there could be a reasonable size in here. The ones in the main river are, so you know, we'll see how we go. I've got 6-pound Guru drag line on, which is 0.25 millimeters. The hook length is 0.22 matrix, horizon sinking mono, I think it is. Hook is a size 14 KKHB with a small hair on it. Homemade 30 gram feeder. And in case you're wondering, hang on, let me just grab this. That's not a fixed feeder. It's just literally on a little snag there, so it just gives me a better indication. So they're not going to hang themselves up on it and kill themselves if I do get broken up. And it's entirely possible that that could happen. Now I can see there's a branch in the tree behind of a tree in the water down there, which you can't see. Can't see anything down there. You may be able to make out there's a weed bed just over there, and there's another one just over there. There could be all sorts of snags on the far bank, and in fact I can see a dead branch hanging down to within a foot or so of the water. This side looks quite reasonable, and I know, as I say, this was 18 inches deep at normal sort of depth. And actually, let's just do that now. I don't know exactly where we're at, but if I do that and just put that in the water, ooh, okay. If I actually wind that down, right, from there to there is probably 4.5 to 5 feet. So I wouldn't be surprised if by the time we've got the tide come in, we'll be at sort of 6 feet deep. So substantially deeper than normal. All right, what I'm going to do is I'll get some bait on. In fact, talking about which, I better get a needle, hadn't I? See if I've got one handy. This is the only tackle I've got with me today, by the way. Just a few bits and bobs, and just enough to keep me going. Tiny small amount. Look, I've actually got a weighing scales just in case, because I've got that little box as a ready box. So yeah, let's get a couple of bits of corn on the hair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably put, I don't know, 4 to 6 feederfuls in at the start, just to see what transpires, and hopefully we'll get a response, because there ain't nowhere else that I know of that I can fish at the moment. Just put a few bits of corn in there, get it in the feeder. I haven't got the biggest of these feeders on. I'm not talking about weight, I'm talking about the squares. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 square feeder. So the good news is the flow is actually very nice. So let's just give this a reasonable put out to sort of about 1/3 of the way across, I think. Well, maybe a bit further than that, but yeah, that should do it. I'm going to just let it empty itself rather than me sort of yanking it. I don't want to be creating a trail of bait or anything like that. Right, give that a few seconds. We'll get a few more bits of corn in. As I say, you may not get to see this video because I may not catch it. Did it still a bite? I may not catch anything. Nah, that must have been me, surely. Anyway, if it is carp, they're going to be pretty ravenous, I suppose, as usual. So we'll do what I said. We'll get the sort of between 4 and 6 feederfuls out there with some corn in it. I'm only going to have a short session today, 2-3 hours probably. I just had to get out of the house. And again, just a nice easy lob down. As I was saying, normally 18 inches deep, but it pretty much goes down like that, across and up like that. There's no features to speak of, it just is. I don't know if it's been dredged at some point in the past, but up behind me, you saw me coming down it, that's what they call a levee bank or an embankment for flooding. And we have had it in the past where it's actually been over the top of this and into the fields beyond, so this place can get pretty flooded. Just give it a few seconds more, just let it empty. And anyway, even if I don't catch anything, it's a nice day. So I'm pretty happy with myself. The only thing is getting back up there with all my kit. But I think I can still do that. And if not, I'll phone one of my mates and he can give me a hand to get me back up. As I say, this could be up to 6 feet deep once it's the tide starts to come in. I've come late this morning. It's quarter to 12 now. Tide's supposed to finish going down about 1 o'clock and then start coming in. So we're on sort of the last hour of the outgoing tide, technically, although that should be going that way. So the current will probably still go the same way, even though the tide's going a different way. But the water level will probably rise by, I'm guessing, a foot to 18 inches, 45 centimetres or so. Oh, I've got the 2-ounce tip in the Nytro rod, by the way. Just while we're talking about that, it was a really good test that I did when I reviewed it. And I know this isn't designed for here, but hey, it's a smallish venue. It's 11 feet long, so it gets me out past the end of the bank there, because it's probably a 3 or 4 feet drop down to the water down there. And although it doesn't look like it, it's actually fairly treacherous mud, and down there it's pretty sheer. So we'll see how it goes. If we get any carp, well, they can only go that way or they can go that way. So it could be a bit explosive. I'm quite hopeful, but we don't know yet. Right, that was 3, wasn't it, I think? So we'll give it one more, just for now. And then we'll sit and wait. Might get a cup of tea just while I'm waiting. And we'll take it from there. I just hope next week is a bit better, a bit better for weather. Because this has been pretty terrible this last week or two. Okay, I think we'll let that one sit in there for a short while. Don't know if my bait's gone off. Nope, smells okay. I've probably used that bait, that ground bait, 2 or 3 times now over the last few weeks. Just cover it over a little bit. Put my sunglasses on. Get my hat on now, I've cooled down just a little bit. And we'll take it from there. Ooh. Just had a bite. And that's been in for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Well, sorry, I say a bite, it was a liner, and that's another one. Maybe it will catch something. Just stop these bits of grass from tickling my leg. Oh, that's a bite. Whoa. Oh, he's gone down the edge. Whoa, it's airborne. Oh, this could be dodgy. Come out of there. Get some more clutch on. Don't know what snags are down there, but he's right in the edge. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. Wow. That thing took off, didn't it? See, the feeder's dislodged from that little, I wouldn't call it a clip, but retainer. Right, well, we're out of the worst of it. Now, as long as you don't go up there to that sunken tree, we're okay. Ooh, well, that's all right, isn't it? See how we go with this rod. It certainly coped with that initial rush okay, didn't it? Oof. That's me soaked. Right, well, cool. He's probably, what is he? He's probably about 4.5 pounds. not going to take him out of the net and show you. You've seen 4.5 pound fish before, but that's first proper chuck. Well, who knew? Who knew? Well, even just that little fish there made it all worthwhile. I honestly wasn't expecting to catch much today. I have been out a couple of times in this last week or so on the ponds and caught very little. Just total chocolate coloured. Alright, let's get that feeder back in its position. See how well that came out? Yeah. So, just goes to show, you don't need all the bells and whistles tackle, do you? That thing certainly took off, didn't it? Like I said, it's only got 2 ways to go, really. A little bit closer in than I wanted it, but hey, it'll do. I was going to have a cup of tea. Oh, bloody hell. Had that even settled? Look at the bend in this rod. This is a strange fight. The last one took off sharpish, this one just wallowed. You can see the amount of bend there is in it, which is what it's designed to do. So far, well. He's woken up a bit, but that's okay because he's down in front of me. It's not actually all that big. I certainly wasn't expecting this. Come on. Don't start the fight now. Why do they never want to go in the net? That was in and then out again. Right, well, 2 in 2 casts. Well, that can't be bad, can it? Where are we? About the same sort of size, actually. Going to get soaked again then. It's around his fin and in the corner of the lip. Yeah, decent enough. 2 in the space of what? 2 minutes? Who knew? Who knew? I don't know if this will carry on like this. It's only a small little backstream. And I mean, I honestly don't know if the fish have actually come out of the main flow back down the way there, but it's a couple of kilometres or more, well, probably 3 or 4 kilometres. Actually, no, it's probably more like 5 or 6 further down there, thinking about it. That's about, what, 4 miles, something like that, I suppose, guessing. Right, there's a few more bits of corn still in there from the previous one, so we'll chuck it out again. At this rate, I won't get me a cup of tea. Okay. I'm only chucking it that far down so that when I actually do hit them and I'm playing them, they'll either go that way or around and I can play them down in front of me as well. I don't want to have it just down here, obviously, because I'll be playing them on top of where I'm catching them. Oh, another liner, just a small one. Not going to put any loose feed in. Might as well keep it fairly tight on the bottom where the ground bait is. The ground bait's that turmeric stuff that I make myself. So it's breadcrumbs, some chicken layer pellets and some turmeric. And again, I've done a video on that in the past. I'll put a link up above if you want to see how to make it. It's nice and cheap and nice and effective, as you see. Puts a good smell in the water. Now you see, this is the thing. Have I, just by catching 2 just like that, have I spooked them? Oh, maybe not then. Whoa. Into the bank again. Right into the bank this time. I don't know if there's much of this grass that's still around. It's obviously, some of it's died because this has all been underwater for a week or more now. but this rod's coping really well. The only thing I would say is I've got the 2-ounce tip in with this, and I noticed the other day that the red sight part on it that's been painted is a dark red, and I didn't like it because I couldn't see it too well. So I've actually yesterday just painted over it with my version of sort of more of a fluorescent-y sort of a red. Whoa! And a bit of white, so it's a bit more visible for me in these sorts of conditions when you've got varying light from really light to really dark. Okay. But that's about the only reservation I had with this rod at all. That colour of the tip, which can't be all bad, can it? So, 3. I might just stop just now for a couple of minutes. Come on, the finger won't work. Because obviously I can let that just settle down a little bit. I'll get myself a cup of tea and then we'll start again. Trouble is, you see, when you're catching stuff from the off, even when you weren't expecting to, you could actually have a sort of an initial surge and then nothing. So let's just let them get more interested in what's going on down there while I just pour myself a cup of tea out. It's only a pleasure day, isn't it? That's a good one so far. That's my cup of tea poured out. It's only been a minute or so, obviously. Not too much, but I was gasping for a cup of tea. So I'll get straight back in there while that tea cools down. What you wouldn't give to catch like this in a match. Oh. That's the problem with all these bits of grass that I've trampled down in front of me. Must admit, I am keeping a bit of a watch out for snakes. I had one a few years ago that actually swam down in front of me when it was not in flood. When you're sitting quietly, they don't know you're here. Liner. I thought that was a bite, but it was a liner. That could be an eel. The way that's fighting. What have we got here? I actually don't know. Don't think it is an eel actually. But a strange bite, wasn't it? At least he's come in quite sedately. Oh, it is a carp. Get some big eels in the main river. And again, there's no reason why he can't be up here either. He's going to fight under my feet, isn't he? See the bend in the rod. I love that. It's called a through action apparently, according to Nytro, the manufacturers. Oh, I didn't mention the reel. This is an old reel. It's my MAP Carptech 4000 FD with the automatic line clip, which I've talked about loads of times before. I love this reel, but I have actually bought, just because I can, I've bought the Nytro NTR Mark II, which I haven't actually put line on yet, but at some point I'll do that. It's the cheapest of cheap reels, but for that sort of price you wonder how good it can be, but we're going to find out because I'll do a review on it at some point and we'll put it to a good test. Anyway, while we're trying to get this in, oh by the way, I'm not in any way, shape or form affiliated to Nytro. I just came across their tackle recently. I bought some of it and I loved it. In fact, I think this was the first thing I bought, actually, the 11-foot commercial feeder. Loved it. So then I bought the 9-foot and I thought I was getting the 9-foot version of the commercial carp feeder, but apparently it was out of stock. So they sent my supplier the 9-foot all-rounder, which was also a really good rod. So, you know, very pleased so far. I have to admit, don't tell the wife, I've actually been out and bought another big river rod, which I'll tell you more about later, and a big river reel, a casting reel. There's going to be a few things I'm doing for videos, isn't there, in the near future. I hope I don't bore you with it all, but I must admit I do find it's really good value for money. And yes, they're not paying me to say anything. They haven't even spoken to me, so they probably don't even know who I am. Right, okay, well that's a little bit bigger actually. That's probably a good £6. It's sort of not one of the long lean fish that we sometimes get here. So 4 in 4 casts. Had to wait a couple of extra minutes for that one to go round. But what do you expect with all that commotion? Now, I could do other things to change things about a bit, move areas of the swim, you know, feed different places, that sort of thing. But to be honest, I'm only here for 2 or 3 hours maximum. So I'm just going to see how it goes and just feed in the same place. See if they do spook or not. If they do, I may have to sort of move the area I'm feeding around a bit, but at the moment, all seems to be going well. We've got on there just muck. Okay. Doesn't get any easier than this, does it? Just the hard bit is getting back up the bank later. Right, a quick slurp of my tea, I think, and a chance to have a drink of it. Yeah, it was cooling down, and then that thing went round. Oh. It looks like another one. Wow. I wonder if we'll get any big ones. Ooh. Pulling back a bit. Across the other side and then down the middle. He's actually too close to where I'm being feeding for comfort. All that commotion. Right, it's down here. Ugh. I don't know what weight I've got now, but I don't even know how long I've been fishing. Probably less than half an hour. Similar sizes. Why do they always go nuts at the net? Come on. Whew. Oh, they're getting bigger. This one's another one that's a decent size. Right, where's my hook? Right in the top lip. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Decent sized gob. And that's probably 6.5, 7ish. Whew, hard work this. Actually, what time is it? Just move that camera off the screen a second. 12:15. So, what time did I start? About 1:45? No way. Well, I haven't been fishing very long anyway, but this is manic. Oh, straight in, straight round. I had a cast last time where nothing happened at all, and then literally, that must have just seen it coming down. Oh, smallest one yet. Oh well, can't complain then. Catch him well. No, he's gone airborne. Come on. Yay. He tried to climb out the net again. Ah, stuck up a tree. Well, know I keep saying this, but who knew? Nicely in the bottom lip. Not swallowed it, I just still can't get my finger to work. Yeah, not huge, is he? Nope. Plenty of movement. Looks like I might have spooked him for a while. That definitely sprung back, didn't it? Looks like I might have spooked him just for a few minutes there, and then either a new lot have come or they've got their mojo back again, because that looks like a bite. Yeah. Oh, where's he off to? What's going on? Oh, he's over there. Oh no, don't go in there. It's on that tree. Ah, I think I've just pulled off, broke him, or broke me. Yep, hook length went. Not surprising, there's a branch over there. There's obviously one in the water as well. But that's all right. You've got to expect to lose an odd one here and there, haven't you? Right, let's get a new hook on. Good job I bought some spares, eh? Oh yeah, still there. Well, I'm pretty sure that's got to be a bite, hasn't it? On the surface. Sorry, I wasn't fishing on the surface, he came to the surface. Don't want to mislead you. Come on, out of there. Come on. That's it, come to daddy. I have no idea how many I've caught now. Might need to cut this video a little bit shorter, because I'm sure you don't want to see me spending the next couple of hours catching fish after fish, do you? Maybe some of you do, but I'm sure there's a lot of you that are thinking, oh, that's boring. Come on, fish. It'd be nice to catch a really good one. I mean, in the main river, there's fish way over 20 pound. It could just be this is a backwater and the big fish aren't going to come up here. There we are. Oh. Oh. He's got a bit of weight to him, this guy. I mean, he's not massive. Where am I at? Right, come on, keep still. Yeah, he's got it. He's probably only about 5, but here's me out of breath again. I think you've probably seen enough, guys. We've had quite a few fish now, so we'll probably end it on this cast. As I said at the start, I really wasn't expecting to catch. I didn't even know if I'd have more than 1 or 2 bites. This, however, has been phenomenal. I really wasn't expecting this. It just goes to show that if you can find the right place at the right time, well, you know, especially if it's not middle of winter and the fish are still in a feeding mood, you're going to catch. And that's what I've done today. So, as always, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always again, give us a click on the like button, please. It helps with the YouTube algorithm enormously. And again, if you aren't a subscriber already, please give us a click on the subscribe and the notifications bell. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.